Cracking the UGC NET exam on your first attempt might feel impossible. But what if I told you there are strategies that can make it achievable? Not by studying longer or harder, but by studying smarter. Students often share their struggles with me, saying things like, I finished the syllabus but still feel unsure, or I can't handle tricky questions even though I know the topic. One student even confessed, I'm studying every day, but I feel stuck and don't know what's missing. If this sounds like you, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll reveal 3 surprising strategies that will transform your preparation, help you overcome tricky questions, and boost your confidence. Let's get started. Alright, let's talk about one of the most underrated strategies for cracking the UGC NET exam, making notes. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Making notes takes too much time. But trust me, not making notes costs you more in the long run. Let me explain. Think about this. You read a book, but don't jot anything down. You tell yourself, it's all in my head, I'll remember it. But then a month later, when you try to recall it, you're struggling to remember the key points. Sound familiar? Here's an example. Say you read the summary of a novel, but you don't create a storyboard or a mind map. What happens when you try to recall the story after a few weeks? Everything feels hazy, right? That's because without notes, you're relying solely on memory, and memory fades. Now, here's the magic of making notes. When you write things down, all your senses get involved, your eyes, your hands, your brain. This makes your learning active, not passive. Another big mistake I've seen students make is turning their preparation into leisure reading. When you don't make notes, you start reading casually like you're flipping through a novel. But when you're making notes, your focus shifts to studying with intent. Now, let me share a few tips for making good notes for UGC NET English. Keep your notes very concise. Write down only the key points. For example, instead of summarizing the entire novel, focus on its themes, characters, and important quotes. Use charts or mind maps. Humans are visual learners. You'd have seen that it is easy for you to remember if information is given in the form of charts or images or mind maps instead of long paragraphs of text. Similarly, for British literature, create mind maps to link writers, their works, and the historical context. Visual aids help in quick recall. Highlight connections and patterns. Instead of isolating information, note how authors, genres, or periods are connected. For example, link romantic poets to key themes like nature and emotion, or show how Victorian novels reflect industrialization. Recognizing patterns helps you retain and apply knowledge better. Right before your exam, you won't have time to look at books or even watch YouTube videos of novel summaries. You'll only have the bandwidth to quickly flip through your notes. And if you've made notes in your own handwriting, your revision will be 10x faster and far more effective. So start writing your way to success. Next up, let's talk about memorization techniques, or as I like to call it, working smart instead of working hard. Think about the thirsty crow story. The crow didn't waste its energy but found a clever way to get the water, that is, to put stones in the pot so that the water level could rise. That's exactly the mindset you need for British literature. One way to make memorization easier is by using visual tools like timelines, flowcharts, or tables. For example, if you are trying to remember the chronological order of literary periods, create a timeline. Visualizing information makes it stay in your memory for a longer time. In fact, if you check out our paper 1 book, you'd note that we have used tons of images, tables, timelines, mind maps, etc. to summarize or explain things, which are helping so many students to remember the crucial information till exams. If you have a photographic memory, diagrams and charts can work wonders. For my online course, I have designed storyboards for plot summaries and even provide PDFs with all the storyboards and plot summaries to students. Let's think practically about it. Why do we forget newspaper articles but remember movies? It is because visuals leave a stronger impression. That is also why ads are designed to be visually appealing. For instance, the Happy Dent Whitening commercial sticks with you because of its visuals, not because of text. Mnemonics are another powerful trick. Let me give you an example. Marina Warner is an author who has written indigo, and here's an easy way to remember it. Think of the word indigo. It is a shade of blue, and blue often makes us think of water and marine life. Marina's name has marine in it. You can connect the two to remember the name of her work, Indigo. Let's take another example. Let's talk about the Angry Young Man movement. This was a group of writers in Britain after World War II who wrote about the struggles and frustrations of working class men. To make it easy to remember, think of Amitabh Bachchan's roles in 1980s Bollywood movies. His characters were often angry, rebellious, and fought against unfair systems, just like the protagonists of this movement. Linking it to Amitabh's movies helps you remember it better during the exam. In fact, in our paper 1 book, we have provided hundreds of Bollywood and web series references which can help you understand and recall even the most complex of topics. Now, friends, different techniques can work wonders for different types of information. When learning a stepwise process like the evolution of literary movements, a flowchart is helpful. For comparisons such as Romantic versus Victorian poets, tables break down similarities and differences clearly. To build associations, use a tree diagram or a mind map. For instance, under Charles Dickens, create branches for famous lines, themes like industrialization and class struggles, and major works like David Copperfield and Great Expectations. These techniques are simple but incredibly effective. They will help you organize your preparation and make it easier to remember information during the exam. Now, let's talk about one of the most effective yet simple strategies, the exposure effect. This principle is all about how repeatedly seeing something helps you remember it without even trying. Let me make it relatable with a few examples. Have you ever played the logo game? You know how you can recognize half a logo like the golden arches of McDonald's even if it's incomplete? That's because we are exposed to it everywhere on TV, billboards, packaging. The more you see it, the easier it becomes to recall, even when you're not paying attention. Here's another example. Think about those trending songs on Instagram. Why do they get stuck in your head? It's not like you're sitting there memorizing the lyrics, but because you hear them again and again while scrolling, they naturally become familiar. So, how can you use this for your UGC net preparation? The trick is simple. Surround yourself with what you need to learn. There's a popular saying where attention goes, energy flows. Whatever you see or engage with repeatedly will naturally stick in your mind. When I was preparing for my UGC net, I made sticky notes for topics that were hard to remember, like literary theory writers or important literary movements. I pasted them on my room walls. Every time I walked by, I'd glance at them. At first, it felt like I wasn't learning much, but over time, the repetition worked like magic. And you can absolutely do it too. It's very helpful. Let me give you another example. In my UGC Net Paper 1 book, Unit 10, People, Development and Environment, I have given the summary tables which provide information about all the key conventions. You can make photocopies and paste them on your wall. The more you see them, the more they'll settle in your memory. It's just like learning without realizing it. Think of those sticky notes as your personal reminders. Every glance adds a layer to your understanding, and by the time your exam approaches, you'll be amazed at how much you remember. This strategy is simple, practical, and super effective. So grab some sticky notes and start building your memory wall. Friends, stick with these strategies, and I'm sure you'll pass UGC Net or even UPSC. That's it from my side for this video lecture. We'll meet very soon in the next video lecture. Till the time we meet next, happy learning, keep loving literature, and stay tuned to my channel.